the GPD Win 5, the handheld running a laptop CPU, showing almost the same gaming performance as a 4060 laptop. It's easily the most powerful handheld we've seen so far. So I was wondering, could this actually replace a gaming laptop? In short, yes, it definitely can. But should you do it? Depending on who you ask, it could be a straightforward no or a firm yes. Let me explain. On battery, even the 385 chip inside is no joke. It's basically a smaller version of what you'd find in gaming laptops. However, the power limit changes significantly once you're on battery. Depending on your settings, it hovers closer to 30 to 45 watts instead of the full 65 watts. With that, Forza Horizon 5, Spider-Man Remastered, and Cyberpunk, all sitting comfortably between 40 and 70 frames per second on medium to high settings. It's crazy how far handheld chips have come. Heavier games are also playable if you don't mind resolution scaling, but the battery will last anywhere from 2 to 5 hours depending on the games you're running. Lighter indie games or emulators could go longer, but on modern AAA titles, the battery drops fast. Thermals are decent though. That twin fan setup keeps things usually between 70 to 80 degrees Celsius under load, with a bit of fan noise, but nothing that feels uncomfortable. That 7-inch 1080p display looks good. It's been a bit of a letdown for many, especially considering the price. For a handheld that cost nearly $2,000, people expected an OLED or a bigger screen. For being equipped with a moderately sized display, the device is easier to hold, though after a while the weight does start to remind you that this isn't a lightweight handheld like the others. And that portability also transfers to its battery design. Unlike a laptop or your regular handhelds, the GPD Win 5's battery is an external one. That makes it a lot easier to pack and travel with. You can slip the main unit into your bag, carry an extra battery, and clip it on only when you absolutely need it as a handheld. Then, when you're back at your desk, you can just dock it or plug it in and use it like you would use a laptop. In that sense, I think it might actually be more versatile than a laptop. While docked or plugged, whatever you prefer, the Win 5 pulls up to 65 watts of power, and games that were sitting around 50 FPS before can go 80 to 100 frames per second, depending on the title. The GPU stretches its legs, CPU clocks stay high, and you basically get laptop-level performance from something smaller than a notebook. Docking it also unlocks more ports, so you can plug in a monitor, keyboard, mouse, or even an external GPU if you want to go overkill. It's a very flexible setup, but obviously you lose all portability. Then the Win 5 ceases being a handheld and transforms into a mini desktop. You'll also notice more fan noise as the cooling accelerates to manage that higher wattage. Now, as appealing as this sounds, using it as a laptop isn't all smooth sailing. For starters, the form factor leans more toward a mini laptop than a true handheld. With the battery attached, it's thicker than other handhelds. It's portable, yes, but not as portable as a handheld should be. Then there's the battery situation. While the detachable design is clever, it's not as practical as it sounds. The external battery is considered a power bank, so carrying extra ones on flights can be tricky. If power delivery fluctuates or the battery gets unplugged mid-use, the device can shut off. Some people love the hybrid layout. Others think it sacrifices everything that makes a handheld appealing in the first place. It's a bold idea, but not one that works for everyone. And finally, the price you're paying could easily get you a decent gaming laptop from a well-known brand. So, while the GPD Win 5 can technically replace a gaming laptop in power and flexibility, and many will use it happily like that, the real experience shows it's still a bit too rough for most people.